when this movie ended, I was like, I've seen something like this somewhere before. Of course, you would not tell me that I've not seen this storyline somewhere before, because this is not the first time Mount Zion are addressing this issue in a film. I mean, I think it's the third time. First, there was Captives of the Mighty. We all know Iguana, the spiritual husband, who would not let his spiritual wife be, who was already married to a man of God in the physical. She was concealing her secrets. She was concealing her past, the secrets of her past with Iguana, not until she was advised to tell her husband, and then she was set free. Secondly, we've got Haunted. We all know Rebecca in the movie Haunted, who was haunted by the black ghost, her past. Not until at the end of the day, she was set free. So the similarities between the two movies is, at the end of the two movies, the same thing was said, and the same message, I think the same thing was said, "I'm free" was said in Haunted, just at the end of the film. And then the same thing was said in The Stalker, "I'm free." And then the hoodlum in The Stalker put on the same costume with the hoodlum in Haunted, which I think isn't appropriate. Hello everybody, this is your boy Oris Daniel, gospel film reviewer and critic. So I'm very delighted to bring another movie review to you all. So as usual, the way we normally do it, sit back, relax and enjoy the movie I'm going to review this afternoon. It's a long anticipated movie. You all have been waiting for it, so finally it's here. So sit back, relax and enjoy. I'll be reviewing Stalker. It was written, produced, directed by Damilola, Bamiloye. The DOP on the set was J. Mikey. And then the music sound effect was done by J. Mikey again, of course. And then the sound was done by Yomi Odusina. The executive producers, as usual, were Mike and Gloria Bamiloye for the Mount Zion Film Ministries Productions, Nigeria. It was edited by J. Mikey. The light was done by Moses Kanu. The makeup artist was done by Nike Owa. Great makeup artist. So the movie features cast like Shewa, played by Remile Kumosiko, and then Yomi, played by Damilola Mike Bamiloye, and then Emmanuel, played by Finfolu Okedare, Yomi's mom, played by Tokumbo Jarrett, and then Yomi's dad, played by Kayode Owojori, and then Adeshewa's mom, played by Franka Olukoju, and then the elder or the older Yomi was played by Benga Ayola, and then Shewa's mom was played by Afola Shade. And then Shewa's dad was played by Tunde Oreni. I'll not be giving you a detail of all the cast of the film just because of time. I would like to save your time, so go and see it. Go and see it. It's already out, okay? So before I finally rate this movie, let me just be giving you a brief summary of the storyline of this movie. It tells the story about Yomi and Shewa, a young couple that Shewa had her past, which she was trying to run away from. She was trying to just silence the past. Meanwhile, she had this relationship with a guy in the past where she aborted for, I think, 3 times, and now she's married to Yomi, a born-again brother, a man of God, a pastor. And then Yomi is a pastor. He's a writer. So she kept on concealing this secret, not until her mom advised her to tell her husband. So when she told him, he did not take it lightly, so he was angry, and then he decided to end the marriage. So when he ended the marriage, Shewa's parents appealed to him, but he did not just listen. He decided to end the marriage. So in future, a writer approached him with the same script of his life. He approached him with the same script of his life, which he was running away from. So he decided to produce a book titled Hidden Truths. So in the press conference, we all know what goes on in a press conference, right? The journalist asked him, a journalist suddenly just asked him, you wrote a book on hidden truth, but I was thinking you are going to write on your own hidden truth. The man who is talking about hidden truth, I think you're going to write about your own hidden truth. And then he was surprised how how the journalist knew everything. He told him how he's a pastor, and then he's leading people to hell by his lifestyle. He divorced his wife. His marriage only lasted for 6 months. He told him everything in the press conference, and then he was so angry with the journalist, and then I think he shut the journalist up. So the writer approached him with this script and then made sure he read it. And then when he read the script, he was so angry with this writer. The writer was acting as Nathan, played by Finfolu Okedare. Brilliant interpretation. Finfolu Okedare acted well. I can tell that he's a great actor. I love the way he even spoke. His English was superb and it was great. I love that he can stand with Hollywood. I mean, that guy can stand with Hollywood. Did I say guy? That man, rather. He can stand with Hollywood. So I think I think the whole thing was finally resolved in the room there, him and the writer, when he decided to go back to his wife and then seek for forgiveness from his wife. thank God she accepted. So that was how the whole thing ended. I won't be giving you a complete detail of the storyline. It's so engaging, so go and see it. It's already uploaded on Damilola Bamiloye's YouTube channel. Go and see it, and let's come back and discuss in the comment section your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on this short film. Straight up to the things I love and things I did not like about this movie. Yeah, as you all know, I'll always be here to give it to you all straight up as it is. First thing I love about this movie, the sound was good. I heard everything, the editing, the makeup, the production, the look-alike of the younger Shewa and the older Shewa. Older Yomi was so fantastic. The hoodlum, the younger hoodlum looked like the older, the hoodlum when he became older. So the look-alike was so powerful and great. It was so appropriate. The set design was great. Adedamola, Salako, Johnson, Babatola, they did a great work on the set design. The lighting, the story was engaging. The technicality of the script was very well structured. The acting, everyone acted well. Remileku Mosiko played her role well. Damilola Bamiloye also acted well. He didn't have to say too much, but his emotions spoke for his character, and he was able to deliver. So it was great. Everyone acted well. Finfolo, Okedare, like I said earlier, Benga, Yola, all of them did a great job in the acting. It was so engaging, and they did well. It was hilarious. Owojori Olukayode, Daddy Owojori Olukayode also did well. I mean, the scene where he was so hilarious that he said, "I'm not ready to die, so you don't anoint me like the woman who anointed Jesus before he's dead." That was so hilarious, and it was so funny. So it was great. Those were the things I loved. The continuity as well. The continuity was awesome. It's not easy managing the continuity of such a movie. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So they did a great job. So it was great. Straight up to the things I did not like about this movie, the crowd. I mean, in the press conference, the journalists in the audience, some of them were just sitting and were just looking like this. At some point, the whole thing was looking unreal. Some of them were like, they were even watching what was going on. They were not even writing. We all know what goes on in a press conference. At least the journalists are supposed to be writing, right? They're supposed to be writing, if not writing, nodding their head, listening to what the writer is saying. But some of them were so lost on set. They were even looking at what is going on. They were looking like this. Some of them sat down like this and were looking. Only a few of them, I think one or two, that were writing, which I think was so unrealistic. It made the whole thing not to look real. Also, Shewa used one hairstyle for almost all the scenes. She used one hairstyle almost throughout the whole film, which I think didn't make the whole thing make sense. She should have changed hairstyles at intervals. Also, similar to the Captives of the Mighty and Haunted, like I said earlier, but I won't fault him too much for that because he came at it from another angle, but it is still similar. But I'm just going to give him a pass for that anyway. Also, the script dialogue was not so witty. The story was good, but the script was not so witty like a normal and average Damilola Bamiloye movie you and I no. Also, I think it's a setup. I mean, Shewa taking his story to the press, to the journalists. I think if in real life, he's not going to take that easy with her if he knows or he knew she took his story to the press. They can't tell me that that's what will resolve that home. That's not what will resolve that home. It's unrealistic. That will only escalate the crisis in the home. So I don't really go with that as what will set the way the whole thing, the crisis was resolved didn't work for me, didn't go for me. Also, the casting credits at the end of the film, the casting, wrong names were given to wrong characters. It was not properly casted, as if they rushed the casting. Shewa was Benga Yola. How? Abayomi was Remileku Mosiko. How? Shewa was Remileku Mosiko, and Abayomi was Benga Ayola. So they didn't name the cast appropriately. Also, the greenish tone of the camera. The greenish tone, I think it's been overused in every Damilola Bamiloye's film. The green tone, all Damilola Bamiloye's film carry this greenish tone. All the movies carry this greenish tone, which I think we are beginning to get fed up of. I think they should change it. Also, in the birthday scene, I think a cake would have been better than just a candle and flowers. Cake, I think a cake should have been better. I mean, there were just candles and flowers without a cake. The cake should have even been used to replace the flower and the candle. So there was no cake, and the whole thing, it made it not to look realistic. Also, there were no establishing and aerial shots. I mean, establishing shots are very important to tell us where the casts are at a particular time. At least an establishing shot telling us that this is a conference hall, an establishing shot telling us that this is a house, this is a hospital. but there was none throughout the whole film. There was no establishing shot, of which I think it's not good enough. Also, in the wedding scene, when Shewa was dancing with Yomi, Shewa was looking at the hoodlum in the crowd. She was looking at the hoodlum in the crowd, and she was confused. She was like, she was looking at her ex-boyfriend in the crowd, and then Yomi didn't know that she was looking at her ex-boyfriend in the crowd. How? He was standing, he was facing her directly, and he didn't know. That was not realistic at all. He's supposed to know. He's supposed to also look at her and be confused. So that was not realistic at all. That was not realistic. So those were the only thing I did not. Those were the only things rather I did not like about the movie. I still think it's a great one. At the end, I'll be rating this movie an 8/5. It's already uploaded on YouTube. Go and see it and let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with what I said? Let me know. Don't you? Let me know. Let's hash it out in the comment section. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this movie review. My name remains Oris Daniel. Keep your fingers crossed for more gospel film reviews from me. Bye for now. I'll see you all in the next one.